Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our New Year's Day service, Shusho-E. I'd like to welcome everyone. Appreciate having everyone here and there to be able to participate in this service. Particularly nice to be able to begin the new year with a morning service that we can share together. I'd like to introduce you to our chairpersons for today. We have Giraffe family that are here, and happy to have them join us always, Mama Giraffe and baby giraffes. And you might notice there's one imposter bear, and he has his giraffe costume on. He tries to sneak in with the giraffe family. Imposter bear is best friends with the giraffe children, and they all like to come to Sunday service. So they are here hanging out with Mama Giraffe, and she has her mask on, continuing to remind us to be cautious and careful for ourselves and for each other, to be aware of the pandemic conditions, wear the mask wherever you go. So she has her masks on, and the babies are a little too young for that, but they also have their onenju, so they are ready for service. I'd like to share the service order for you today. We're going to have the reading of the three treasures and then the Raisanmon. Following this, I'll go up to my seat on the altar for the Sanbutsuge, Hyobyakumon, and chanting of the Sanbutsuge. Nembutsu and Ekoku will complete the chanting portion of the service, and I'll be back for our Dharma message, the Howa, for today. Okay, so with that, we will begin with the reading of the three treasures. Please join me with the material that you have at your homes. Three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Raisanmon. Ninjin ukegatashi imasuri ni uku. Buppo kikigatashi imasuri ni kiku. Konomi konjo ni mukatte dosezumba. Sarani izure no shou ni mukatte kakonomi o dosen. Daishu morotomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tatematsuru beshi. Mizukara butsu ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni. Daido o taige shite mujoi o okosan. Mizukara ho ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni. Fukaku kyōzō ni irite chie umi no gotoku naran. Mizukara so ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni. Daishu o tori shite issai muge naran. Mujo jinjin mimyo no Howa. 100,000 万号にも愛をことかたし、我今検問し従事することを得たり、 願わくば如来の真実義を消し立てまつらん。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。Sanbutsuge, Hyobyakumon, and Sanbutsuge. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Hyobyakumon. Today, on this occasion of the Shusho-E New Year's Day service for 2021, members of our temples have reverently come before Amida Buddha with deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida. We reaffirm the three homages. Namo Kie Butsu, Namo Kie Ho, Namo Kie So. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please repeat the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. 公園よ開始音ペ有略樹木両来予言小生無林小学大音小る実法開門精進三昧知恵意徳無量Shusho-E無人体前年諸仏の会愚人人の空語外体無明欲流世尊用無人の死死人徳無量空君五大知恵人妙光明一層神道大仙願が差仏最小華道生じ未不下段不正上位解任精進両勢三昧知恵以上公正六分無行志願一切空空一切大安慶始運百千億万無量大小修行五弱用一切四長小分無量五道賢聖不逆医療五者小仏世界無部影無種仙道灯明師匠変死小国両勢精進維持難量両が差分国道大公衆秘妙道場朝鮮国領内四理無闘争家長愛民道断日祭実法来生新年少女伊藤が国慶楽安穏公文神妙税が新書本願の非力少々よ実行生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信行計量心知食六中家業精進因受不敬ナ Good morning again, everyone. Nice to share this Shusho-E service to start off the year. I was able to look at a story about a Reverend Nishimura. He was a sensei in Japan, and he was giving a talk, his Sunday morning service, and so he happened to be talking about Akunin, the evil person, which is kind of a well-known theme in our Jodo Shinshu tradition. So he was giving the talk about the Akunin, evil persons in our perspectives. And so as he was giving his presentation, his Dharma message, there was a grammar school principal that had come to service, and so he was listening to this talk on Akunin, evil persons. So he listened intently, and he had some concerns, so he wanted to talk to the sensei afterwards, and so he made a point to, after everyone greeted the sensei at the end of service, and he asked if he could stay and ask a couple questions. And so the sensei, Nishimura sensei, invited him to stay and come back. And at first the principal was very polite, saying his nice things as people do, and then he kind of wanted to confront the sensei and challenge him in a way. And when he had his opportunity, after all his pleasantries, he mentioned to the sensei, you were talking about in Jodo Shinshu, the evil person is one of the aims of the Jodo Shinshu teachings, to lead the evil person to enlightenment. And at our schools, we try to teach all our children, we encourage our staff to teach all our children to be good children. And so I wanted to ask you about this. And Nishimura sensei says, that's fine, you can ask me. First, let me ask you a question. And so he asked, do you consider yourself an evil person or a good person? And so the principal says, well, I try to be a good person, but there are times when, and so he had to consider, there are times in his life when he's not a perfect person, that there are times when we have to struggle with that, and so he had a yes and no kind of answer. And so the sensei, Nishimura sensei, was saying, I'm asking not about people in general, but about you in particular. Are you a good person or an evil person? And so with this kind of answer, he was kind of left there hemming and hawing to a degree. And so Nishimura sensei said, well, then let me ask you another question. Do you teach your students not to kill, that it is bad to kill? So of course we do. So, well, can you say you've never killed anything in your life? And so he said, well, we do have things for dinner. We had fish the other night and chicken 2 days ago, and so he's wavering, and it's not such a clear-cut answer, is it? So we all know this, but as he was trying to challenge Nishimura sensei, he really had no ground to stand on. So he was again wavering in where his position would be, and so he couldn't answer Nishimura sensei so clearly. And so sensei again asked the principal, so I assume you teach your students that they shouldn't lie? So yes, we try to teach them that as well. So can you say that you've never lied in your life? So, well, there are times when we have to, and so he's giving his yes and no kind of answer again, where he couldn't draw such a clear line. And so he's kind of revealing himself as to how we can stand. And so I was smiling as I'm reading this interaction between the grammar school principal and Nishimura sensei, and reflecting upon, we talked about this exact same thing in our Tanisho class that was shared with our Alameda and Manji temples, to consider what does it mean to be evil persons. And one of the things is that maybe it's kind of confusing and misleading to translate Akunin as an evil person, and it's more like ordinary people. We are flawed people. So just in our ordinariness, things are not so clear-cut when we do these things. We are able to eat fish or chicken or teriyaki, obento or something, and we nourish our bodies, and through that we gain the strength to be able to do whatever we need to take care of in our lives. And same thing about lying, it's not just a clear thing. Sometimes it's helpful to be able to bend and not just to say something that the value is not true and false only, but how do we convey points that we're trying to make? How do we convince people of certain things, to be able to see things in different manners and to kind of weigh things? And so lots of times there are gray positions, and it's not so clear-cut, not so easy to just draw these lines in society. And so when I read this story, I was smiling, and I was very touched at how deeply Jodo Shinshu Buddhism asks us to look at our own actions and our own thoughts and our own words. And so we look at this when we study in the Tanisho. We're looking at these same considerations. We read the story, consider the story of Nishimura Sensei giving his Dharma message and his interplay with the school principal, same things. And so the Nembutsu path brings depth and stability into our lives, and through that, it doesn't make it necessarily easier, but through that we walk forward with a clarity, and we make the choices that we need to make. And so with this, I hope we can all continue to look forward with this new year, and to continue to reflect upon our deep, deep appreciation of the Dharma and the Nembutsu path that we are sharing together. So as we look upon this, there's so many challenges. Each of us have different types of challenges that are ongoing right now. So many things, elders to take care of, family members to take care of, young ones to look after, pandemic conditions going on, and all of these things bring challenges. We can't come to the temple as we're accustomed to, and everything has changed for us. But all these things, we still have so much to be appreciative of, so many things to look forward to, and we do this with a renewed sense, looking at this new year. It's not going to be easy, but still we have this depth and stability that we are able to absorb in our lives as we say the Nembutsu, as we move forward with each decision we make. So please join me in Gassho, and we will conclude this service today. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Okay, please come forward and offer incense, whether here or there. We're trying not to burn incense, to keep the air clean for our lungs, keep our lungs strong and healthy. So whatever you have set up to do, flower petals, rock pebbles, marbles, to place your offering into the containers that you have set up in your homes. So with this, we will conclude. Okay. Join me in Gassho one more time. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for being here. Namanda,